You may be playing Dante wrong. Yes, you heard me right here. Maybe playing Dante wrong. Dante is just more than a support frame. With this build, you will do millions of damage, you have infinite energy, and have an insane amount of overguard all in one setup. So in this video, we'll quickly go over Dante's ability and his passive. I will showcase a Dante build 4 level cap or steel path and what weapons work well with Dante in this setup, and what companion you need to bring along to maximize your playstyle. Not just that, I will also showcase combos that work well with your weapons and abilities. Dante passive automatically scan targets to record information for your codex. This will permanently increase your status chance by 50% on fully scanned targets. Our build will heavily focus on exploiting this massive status boost. So let's take a look at the mods we are running for Dante. So we are running Prime Flow with Equilibrium, which give us practically infinite energy. Other key mods are Blind Rage, Transit Fortitude, and Umbra Intensify. This will massively push up your damage and your overguard numbers. These are the key mods in this build that you do not want to remove. You can feel free to make changes to other mods if you want to, right? If you're beginner friendly, you can switch out Umbra Intensify for Intensify, Prime Flow for Flow. You know, like those can be changed. You need this right here for the aura mod, corrosive, projection, and you can switch this out and you feel free. But this right here is not really needed, but added for ability strength. As you can see, we have Noctua Swarm. While Dante passive function completely on its own, this augment had a fantastic utility by giving you free energy and blinding enemies, which is good for crowd control. So that is a must. Can easily get that by the standing right there. Okay, for the Arcane slot, we have Mod Augment, right? We have Mod Augment, which help ramp up your overall ability strength as we get kills. Next, we have Arcane Velocity, right, which increases secondary fire rate by 90% on critical hit, keeping Noctua shooting fast. However, I prefer Arcane Shot. Yes, as you can see, our Arcane Shot is equipped already, and I prefer to use this mod because it's one of the best mod out there to help boost your weapons. Arcane Shot grant up to a massive 250% critical chance when your ability inflict at each status. Since our Word Warden, right, which is this ability I just activated on screen, copies inherit our IE Noctua build, right? Their attack count as ability damage, letting you max out this arcane passively and force your Noctua into red critical territory. And everything, man, our companion will be doing that also, but we get to that pretty soon. Okay, so for the Arcane Shot, we're running 3 red, right, for ability strength, 1 yellow shot for casting speed, 1 orange shard. If you want to replace any shards right now on this, you replace one of the red shards. Okay, for the primary panel, I highly recommend the Felarx. It is a perfect combo that works alongside exalted Noctua setup. On this Felarx build, we are running it with for raw elemental damage with only 10% critical chance. What makes this build stand out is Galvanized Savvy combined with corrosive heat and magnetic elements, right? So this is an elemental gun I'm using right now, which is just freaking insane. And believe me, this can do over up to 1 million damage shot. This kills damage per status effect, which is why you see a 60/60 mod here. These are the core mods that make the weapon work. And for the Incarnate Evolution, you can choose this right here, Evolution 1, Evolution 2 right here, projectile speed, Evolution 3 for the 50% magazine reloaded when altered. This is super important because guess what? You can switch between your Noctua, right, to this shotgun to reload it instead of you waiting for it to reload because you have a long reload time. So you're gonna go like this: 1, you go to the Noctua, press back 1, you go to your shotgun instantly, just back and forth. Evolution for this one right here, which will give us 20% status chance and a negative 10% critical chance. We don't need to worry about critical chance right now. As I said, we are focusing on status at this moment. You have this last evolution. This is a must be. This is what make your weapon work. 50% chance to deal 2000 damage to have non-critical on it, right? So we need that. So have it in mind. With this only trigger a non-critical hit. So that's the reason why this weapon don't have any critical mods into it. So this weapon combined with the status scaling synergy of Galvanized Savvy, your direct damage scale heavily per status and enemy. Since this build layout multiple elements at once, corrosive heat, magnetic, you will melt target with Galvanized L. This does wonder. This give you 150% or 165 right now because I'm not fully ranked up as yet. 165% damage boost against every single enemy type in the game, allowing me to turn my brain off. Just keep it in mind, when primary dead is activated, right? Prime point blank will face some diminishing return since your base damage buff add together. If you want to scale damage cap easily, you can simply replace prime point blank and just add a fraction mod. As I said, it's not my taste. I will keep on running prime. I will keep on running this mod right here. Okay, since we reached this far in the video, you can watch this video right here. It will tell you everything about elemental weighing, right, and how to actually work with your mod and how to get in, how to double your damage. On to the next one, we're gonna go over Exalted Noctua Build, okay, and how it works. This setup is a status primer and ability buffer. This build does not focus on raw damage. It is used for priming enemies, laying down elemental status effect to set up Dante nuke ability and his overguard ability, and to do damage with his shotgun. Combo requirement is viral, eat, slash alongside secondary accomber, arcane. Triggering a status effect with this arcane give a chance to randomly trigger a completely different status effect on each target. This will maximize the unique status count on target instantly with galvanized shot scaling your damage per status. With galvanized shot scaling your damage per unique status type effect on the target. This turns Noctua into an absolute monster, as you can see right here showing in the clip. Using the core mod Vom Invocation is what made this build stand out. Using Noctua alternate fire build a massive ability stacks, giving you up to 60% ability strength upon hitting enemies. Be careful with your aim, right? So you have to make sure you hit your enemy. This is all we're gonna activate this mod. If you hit no enemies, this mod will not activate. So every time I hit the enemy, you get 60% strength. When you hit that strength, activate your nuke ability or your overguard ability. The core mods that make the Noctua work are Vom Invocation, right, for 60% ability strength, Galvanized Shot, Galvanized Diffusion, and Lethal Torrent. The stack up multi-shot and boost fire rate for hyper fast priming. The Claw Canticle. Hope I am calling that name right, chat. Please bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I'm trying here. To grant utility buffs by dropping universal orbs upon killing enemy. In other words, it feeds off your equilibrium and supplies you with constant health and energy. Said this arcane is actually needed, chat. Do not mess with this, okay? Do not mess with it. We need this to randomly proc status instantly. Okay, for the companion we will be running our own. This works perfectly with Dante kit because it spread mass status effect and grant instant cooldown reduction. So this mod spread status effect within 30 meters, dealing electricity damage that ricochet off enemies. When enemies die with status effect, contagious bond passes those statuses onto nearby target. This can put an entire room of enemies into one status chain reaction without you even shooting them. This mod is so crazy, chat. This mod is beautiful. Alright, so we're gonna keep this going. Let's keep this going, chat. Alright, we're gonna use Manifold Bond. Reduces the cooldown on your own abilities by 3 seconds whenever you kill an enemy affected by 3 or more status effect with Dante, Noctua, or the Felarx. Alright, the Felarx, which is a shotgun. Applying status instantly. Your own spark ability will effectively have 0 cooldown, and firing off endlessly and stealing Eximus buff using the Null Audit mod. This is right here, the Null Audit mod. Lastly, run Reinforced Bond. To make this work, your companion must have over 1200 max shield. Alright, we have calculated redirection to hit that threshold. I hit over 1300, you can see right here. Once activated, Reinforced Bond grants Dante a massive 60% fire rate bonus to all of his weapons, making your Noctua and Felarx shoot really fast. Okay, so the core companion mod you need are, right, this mod right here. Still not gonna call the name, chat. I'm not gonna call that name. We got Manifold Bond, we got Reinforced Bond, Contagious Bond, and Null Audit. These are the core thing that make this companion stand out. You can replace what you want to replace, or replace the vacuum, you can replace the animal instinct if you want to, you know, but yeah, do not replace nothing else. Let's go over we're gonna go over the owned melee weapon, chat. We're gonna go over the owned melee weapon. For the owned melee weapon, we are running this right here. We are running Blast and Condition Overload. Yes, we're running Blast and Condition Overload. Blast create mini explosion that knock down and spread status, while Condition Overload give you 80% melee damage per status type on the target. This allows my own damage to skyrocket. Next, we have Prime Reach, which extend our own melee striking distance. Own have a very short base attack, range and miss a lot of our targets. And I was having an issue with this guy. It was really pissing me off, because that man just in a very small circle or radius, just hitting who's around me. I need to go out and do his job and come back to me. I need that. Okay, so with this, he can do his job. So with him going out there and doing his job, to allow him to actually proc status effect a lot faster, which will trigger Manifold Bond. To reset your own ability cooldown, the core mods for the own weapon are Condition Overload, Melee Elementalist, Prime Fever Strike, Prime Reach, Vicious Frost, and Volcanic Edge. Okay, but that's a core mod. Do not touch them. Remove anything else. Add what you want to add. Alright, okay, chat. So as you can see, we went over all abilities and strength and what made this build stand out. So we're gonna show you the combo. Yes, there's combo to everything. That's the reason why I said do not mess with certain things. I do not mess with that. So we're gonna go over the combo and what made this build stand out. The first combo we have right here, chat, is Word Warden. You can activate this ability by casting Light Verse, Dark Verse, then Final Verse. Alright, it's on the screen right here for people who's on console and new players who don't know what is Light Verse is and Dark Verse is. It is on the screen. This is spawn a copy of Noctua beside you and your teammate. After doing that, you want to swap over to your Felarx or primary shotgun. Right? Each time you fire a weapon, a floating Noctua copy will shoot with you, perfectly synchronize your shotgun pallets with extra automated status priming. This is why I said that this shotgun is really good. If you want to use a different shotgun, no problem, use it. Okay? But do not use a single base fire gun. Right? But I prefer to use this shotgun right here because of its incarnate. Okay? For the second combo, right? We have the Page Flight. If you know what Page Flight is, you can activate Page Flight by casting Dark Verse into Light Verse. As I said, it's on the screen for people who don't know the name as yet. Then Final Verse to summon Dante's signature birds. Right? The bird that is the final run right now. What this bird would apply status vulnerability, making enemies take extra status ticks. Right? While specifically amplifying all slash status damage. Right, when you combine this with your Noctua or your Felarx. This is actually set your enemies up for perfectly one shot them. Yes, to actually one shot your enemy. So I say you need to activate your Page Flight. After activating that, you switch to your gun, one shot, bam, bam, bam. Okay, we're gonna go over the next combo right now, which is the Vom, which is the Vom alternate fire setup, aka the Noctua alt fire, which you see right here. Okay, so the third combo is casting your Light Verse, then Final Verse. All right, which is second ability, last verse. It is on the screen. All right, so we're gonna do, you're gonna shoot your, you're gonna go ahead and shoot your alt fire onto the enemy. You may have to make sure it's your enemy chat. Then you get a 60% ability strength. Then you go ahead and activate your Overguard. And then you see an instant boost on your Overguard and top right on your L bar. Right? Go over next combo right here, chat. Right? Which is the same thing. You're gonna go ahead and shoot your alt fire with your Noctua. When shooting that, please to make sure that you're hitting your enemies. Okay? To get a 60% strength boost. When you do that, you go ahead and activate your new skill and new ability, which is the Dark Verse and Final Verse. Will wipe out everything around you in that barrier or your range. Okay, so this is all it actually where this is the combo that you need. So let me know what you guys think about this build. Tell me how you're playing Dante. I'm really curious. Like, tell me how you're actually running Dante. Write in the comment section. And if you want to know how to run the Burston Prime without his incarnate farm and it will do 1 billion damage, you can watch this video right here. And shout out to these people right here that actually make this build come true. Everyone that donated to Plat, donated your mods for me to test the build. Again, thank you guys. And I stream every single day on Twitch. And feel free to hop in, let me know what you guys think, and take care.